So basically, in Nebraska, mayonnaise is the fifth element. So
I saw that movie.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Fewer bandages, I hope.
But
everything
still,
was
there's
fine
just as
until
much love.
until the mayonnaise nation attacked.
You act like that's a wilder non sequitur than Micah asking if cookie dough ice cream was a salad.
Excuse me. Cookies and cream ice cream. Cookie
Sorry.
and salad is obviously not an ice cream. It's a sandwich.
I'm gonna have a piece of lunch meat again.
This is like
Hi,
Robot or
live
Not.
stream. Hi, bootleg. Again, you're still listening. So we had technical challenges. Dan has been working very hard for like 30 minutes to get us
Thank you, Dan.
up and running. Thank you,
Thank
Dan.
you, Dan.
No,
Thank you,
you know what? I caused this problem. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what, Dan? Apology retracted. Eat it, Dan.
But I also worked very hard to fix this problem. So
Yeah, but
Apology-
you also made me a hot dog, so
Apology reinstated.
Thank you. All right, that's all I want.
I think you retweeted the original tweet with the original YouTube link.
Son of a.
You know,
Because I
you know,
just went to
all.
retweet it, and it's just a quote tweet.
you know what's
No,
great?
I think
You know what's great? I also retweeted.
the most recent one looks like it's
Nope.
different than the one
Maybe.
that's in the.
I don't know.
Yeah, like there's one that says "So sorry, we had a tech problem, new live stream link," and it's a different link than was in the original.
But it
Hold on.
works.
But
Hold on.
No,
I'm
it's
clicking the
correct.
link.
from 2 hours ago.
No, guys,
it's
I just
good.
watched the
It's good.
YouTube, and
As long as it
I
works,
got to
fine.
I got to hear 30 seconds of Dan being mad that he had tweeted the wrong link, but he hadn't. Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is some serious inception. It's
I don't know
because
what's
there's a
happening
YouTube
anymore.
link and a retweet in there, Aline, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
2
All right.
and 1. I outsmarted even
Here,
myself.
I'm gonna chat. I'm
It
gonna
works
chat
though.
the
I
link.
clicked the button.
Here's the link that is
mm.
the good one.
All
Ready?
right.
This is the one we should retweet and share.
Okay. Everything's great. Tuesday night.
Nice.
Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Welcome to everyone's favorite Zoom meeting of the week, or podcast, or bootleg, or YouTube thing. There's lots of ways you can participate in that. And really, actually, you can only participate via Zoom if you're one of the 5 players, except for that one time we accidentally sent out the Zoom link to Twitter. Jason still
I've
did
done that
that.
before.
Oh, that was great. One very confused and nice person tried to join our Zoom meeting. So the lesson is come with a character sheet or you will be kicked out.
It's a good lesson
Yes.
in life.
So I am just getting us settled as people tweet these things, and I am waiting for the all clear before I start the episode proper. But
I
hello, live
remembered
stream.
to record the map. That was good. Just did that. We hadn't started
Mhm.
yet, so it's all kosher.
Yeah, everyone, we are in the middle of the winery battle. Dan wants to remind people that he did cast Aid at the beginning of the day, which was probably 7 months ago in game time.
Mhm.
Well, in real time, not in game time.
Is real time not a game, Tony?
Dan, all time is meaningless. And I also wanted to remind you that I gave you inspiration for splitting the party stupidly. So,
Oh, I actually marked
I'll
it
take
too.
it.
Look at me go.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm going to donate that bit of inspiration to Robert Watkins because I already have inspiration.
All right.
Robert Watkins in the chat. You have gained inspiration.
Nice.
Use it well, Robert Watkins.
I want the chat members to be able to then give that back.
Simon
I haven't
still
tried
has.
to.
I think
At
Simon
appropriate
still has
time.
inspiration.
Simon's in charge of tracking that on his character sheet. So- Remember, Simon, if you don't use it by the end of the day, it expires. So just never go to sleep. So
Never go to
Creepy.
that's just solid life advice from
That
Tony.
reminds me of that video of Yoda singing about seagulls,
Yep.
Oh,
where he says never go to sleep.
I don't know this one.
You know what? I'm
Is
going to
that-
share it
I think
with you
that's
all.
bad. It's the bad lip reading, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
the best bad lip.
I
reading.
was like, Micah, I think you're thinking of Kermit the Frog. So
Kermit
So-
the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog singing about seagulls and never go to sleep.
he's got a dark side. You can feel it in his heart. There is, in order,
Jane is
in
well
order-
known for her love of Yoda, to be clear.
yeah.
Oh, this is good, Jane. You're going to love this.
And in order
Well,
to
I don't know if you
bring
should watch it now, but
He's a bad leader and a bad educator.
Are we talking about Yoda or Kermit the Frog? Because yes.
Definitely Yoda.
Definitely Yoda. I would
Yeah.
never say these things about Kermit the Frog.
What
Well, not
if
to
you
his
just
face.
replaced all of Yoda's parts with Kermit the Frog? Would that make it better or worse?
Yoda is
You-
just a bossy little goblin who's high on his own supply.
Oh, so you don't like Yoda?
No,
Yeah,
she doesn't
Kermit
like
would
Yoda.
not. Kermit would not. No,
Kermit
Kermit would not
the
be that
Frog.
way. He would be
No.
nice.
No, he would be
Hello.
humble.
This is Kermit the Frog.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm in shock, Jane. I'm just in shock.
I know. Me too. I
I
had
mean,
no
you're
idea.
totally entitled to your opinion. I'm not like mad or arguing or whatever. I'm just
Sorry,
like,
I
didn't know this,
forgot
her
that this
dark
is a
side.
Dungeons
I
and
didn't. I
Dragons
did not.
podcast.
Oh, is that why we're here?
not.
Tony, take
Yeah.
control of your podcast.
No, Jane, explain your religion further.
Okay.
Do you have some pamphlets that we could read?
No, if you've watched Star Wars and the assorted movies and think that Yoda or Obi-Wan are great educators who take care of the people that they're supposed to, I don't know which movies you've seen. Jane, continue.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I
oh
see.
yeah, their actions and deeds, Micah. Is that what you just?
Yoda,
see.
powerful force user, but not humble, not open to input from others. Very convinced that he really does know everything, but he is
Fair.
blinded by his own hubris.
A lot of Jedi Masters just go and like, I'll go live in a
Yeah.
hut for 40 or 50 years while the world goes to hell. I'm just saying.
wish I could.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, in America, all our
Goals.
Jedi Masters would be in New Hampshire by now. Is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
that's right, chat. I hate Yoda.
Yeah. If you have feelings about that, you can email Jane at 1-800-JaneHatesYoda.gmail.com. Not a real email address. That's part of the email address. That's to make it, that's a spam filtering.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Zoom.us.
Yes. Dot 123 Main Street, Anytown, USA. 555.
I'm sorry. I got real fired up there.
All
I'm gonna
right,
bring
it's-
it back down.
No. This is good.
No,
This is,
we need that for the battle.
yeah,
need
this
the
is
fire.
this is
Harness
Tuesday
it.
night energy. All right.
Harness it.
I'm seizing control. We're starting. 9:24.
It
Everything.
sounded like you said season control, and that made me think of a person who doesn't let you put enough season on chicken. It made me
I'm sneezing controls. So-
Please.
wow. You know, I feel like I'd be pretty good at this if I could talk.
Sneezing controls.
Story of my life.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, one of your dungeon masters in life and in podcasts, depending on how you live life and how you consume podcasts. We are returning once again to the Dog and Pony Show. They continue to be stuck in the world of Barovia. We join them in the midst of a battle within the Wizards of Wine Winery, a winery that has been taken over by some druids and their nasty plant-like servants known as blights. Our party has split up to cover more ground. And now finds themselves on opposite sides of a large room in the brewery, in the winery, the main fermentation vat area. They are divided by a sea of blights that wish to rend them into little pieces and then probably use them for fertilizer. And they are united by a common cause. They hate blights and they want to liberate the winery and turn it back over to the Martikov family. Let us meet our dungeon buddies. First up, it's Dan Morin. Dan Morin doesn't like being called a dungeon buddy. Hi, Dan. How are you?
That's true and canonical. I am very well, and I play Cast Onotar's Crucible, a Warforged cleric who is currently wielding a spear that is still on fire after his last encounter.
Oh, I think it took us like so long to get the live stream up. I don't know if it's on fire anymore.
Oh,
Nope, that's not how it works.
how you like that? You burnt by your own spear?
That's weird. The live stream just went off the air again.
Oh, no. Then none of this is happening.
I laughed so hard I unplugged my headphones. I hope no one's trying to call me out.
You're welcome, Micah. Tuesday night. Also joining us, her feeling about the Dungeon Buddies terminology to be determined. Aline Sims.
I'm pretty neutral on it, I think. And I play Imra Soliana, the Wood Elf Ranger, and her trusty dog, Androdite.
Also joining us, noted Yoda hater. Jane Ritt. Dan,
Hello.
can we get chirons below people?
Tuesday night.
Jane, who do you play?
Lena Doolina, the human rogue. And for what it's worth, I like the dungeon bunny.
Bunnies. Yeah, I'm here for Dungeon
Whoa.
Bunny.
Give him
Wow,
ideas.
you know what? Dungeon Bunnies is way better than what I said.
Yeah.
Pivot. Dan, register no domain and drive off a cliff. So.
I love dungeon buddies and bunnies. And I hate Yoda.
Yes. All right. 2 for 3. Also here, Erica Ensign. Hi, Erica. Welcome to Tuesday night. Here at
Hello.
Total Party Kill.
It's nice to be here on Tuesday night. I prefer bunnies to buddies, and I don't have strong feelings about Yoda. And I play a dwarven paladin named Brildish, who also has I'd like to just reinforce this right now, a telepathic link with my celestial pony Cindelart, who is about a mile away in the forest, hanging out with Irina Kolyana and Aragal. So if anything happens to them, I will know about it.
Smash cut to the forest. Pony Cindelart is racked with terror. He has just lost 5 gold pieces to Aragal in a dice game. Smash cut back to the winery. You guys are in big trouble. Last player to be introduced, the originator of Dungeon Buddies himself, Mike Sargent.
It is I, the Dungeon Buddy originator. Thank you, Tony Sindelar, for keeping that going. I play, let's see. I love Dungeon Buddies, Dungeon Bunnies. I love bunnies that are buddies in dungeons or outside of budget dungeons, not budget dungeons, but dungeons of all prices.
Maybe a spin-off Dungeon Budgies for the bird fans out there.
And Dungeon Buggies, which are cars that drive through dungeons. Anyway, I also... I understand now the distaste for Yoda. It makes sense. And so I respect that and appreciate it, especially coming from educators' point of view. And also I play Elevor. He's a half elf druid, a good druid, not a bad one. So whenever y'all are going, the druids here, let's make sure we're not including Elevor.
Sorry, bad druids, not all druids.
Tony, important business update. DungeonBuddies.com not available. DungeonBunnies.com available.
Whoa!
Yes.
Also, don't go to DungeonBuddies.com.
No.
No, there's nothing there. That's why it's just boring.
Okay. Woo. Okay.
I also play Samus, which is the very cool saber-toothed tiger. And I also just registered DungeonBuddy.live, which will, for further on, redirect to the live stream for Total Party Kill.
And so we rejoin you in the fermentation room of the winery for what will surely be an epic battle where not all will survive. Maybe they'll be good guys, maybe bad guys, to be determined. We could either do this giant fight that might take us a while, or I could talk about how I think the depiction of Yoda in the original trilogy was really an indictment of the tenure system in academia. Either one.
I mean,
roll initiative.
You're running the show.
Did we not
Emma.
already roll initiative, or
Do you think? I think that was probably your initiative from downstairs.
Oh, the previous fight.
Yeah.
All right. So allow me to paint the picture. Crucible, Elevor, and Samus have chosen to climb up the southwestern stairwell, and they are on the western side of this huge room filled with barrels and vats and many twig blights. Broldish, Imra, and Lena Delina, as well as Androdite, the canine, have come up the stairs on the eastern side, so they are on the other side of this immense warehouse-like chamber. The chamber is filled with many small blights. These are twig blights. I'm just going to tell you now, twig blights have 4 hit points, so I feel like this is the closest 5e it has to minions. I'm basically, because there's a zillion of them, you're either going to kill a twig blight, badly injure a twig blight, or miss a twig blight when you attack a twig blight. How's
There
that?
are 19.
Yeah, there might be more. Many twig blights. And on the catwalks above, you saw various figures moving around, including a druid that was pouring things into the fermentation vats. You may wish to scroll up on your map to the, it has the second floor of the winery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there are some not so reputable creatures up there that may mess up your day. So, you have all rolled an initiative. You know what I haven't done?
Rolled initiative.
Maybe they don't move. Maybe they
maybe these are
inanimate twig blights.
Yeah, right. Maybe they're statues. How do you like that?
Not a lot.
I still don't like it.
Yeah, statues aren't great, is the thing.
Yep.
What is
so did we determine that no one really has area of effect?
Yep.
I've got
spells?
a little bit of a little fire thing going, but it's not
Okay.
incredible.
That could be fun.
Could be fun to do a
Hey.
little bit of a fire thing.
Yeah, I think on twig blights, that's a good thing because they don't like fire.
Just roll an initiative for a lot of monsters that are.
What is a
going to-
W9? That sounds like a real scary monster.
Sounds like a tax form.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Thus,
I'm not-
real
You're not
scary
supposed to.
monster.
You're not supposed to see that.
I'm not
Hold on.
prepared
No,
for my.
You know what? You know what, Erica?
Uh-huh.
You know what?
What?
Let's make it even
It's another
20.
twig blight. Damn it.
Oh God, a
Thanks,
W9.
Erica.
Yeah.
Now they've seen our social security numbers too.
Yeah. This infested winery is ISO 9000 compliant.
I was getting really worried that it turns out these guys are all just here to scam like our personal data.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of
Yeah.
twig blights stealing credit card numbers.
Yeah, this is you finally busted the identity theft ring in Barovia. Good job, everybody. It was druids, bad druids
That
the
makes
whole
sense.
time.
That makes sense.
Guys, this is the weirdest episode of Law and Order SVU I've seen yet.
Which is
Nice.
Also,
Thanks.
why is it 14 hours long? That is really off format for them. All right. So you have rolled initiative. I have rolled initiative. It appears Alina, Delina, and Imra are going to be first. You could decide who goes first since you tied. But, you're on the same team, so it doesn't super matter. Followed by Twig Blights, of which there are, let's say 20. Followed by Broldish, a druid, another druid who is your friend named Elivor. Followed by Vine Blights, and Crucible rolled a 9. So, yeah.
It seemed that bad earlier, but now it seems pretty
I
bad.
have a question. Before initiative starts, could I roll Arcana? I'm curious to find out if these, because I know I looked at these things earlier, and what I don't remember is if these were sort of like summoned creatures or creatures that have been brought into existence by druids, or if they just exist on their own.
They are kind of summoned. They're cultivated from the seeds of the Gulthias tree and are probably there is some powerful druid energy that is giving them life. That may or may not be someone present in the winery or somebody far away who summoned them and sent them to the winery. So
Okay, cool.
They
That's
are
plenty of information.
yeah. I think that you would know that they are kind of, they are not a natural creature. Though
Gotcha.
does it use the I guess this doesn't. I keep mixing in my 4E with keywords with 5E stuff. The twig blight is a small plant, neutral evil. So, yeah.
Oh,
Evil.
judgy.
Hey, I just read the monster manual.
So I'm struggling here because this metagaming moment. I'm struggling here, and maybe I should just talk to before, I don't know, Tony, feel like you chime in if you want to, but if they are summoned creatures, then I'm wondering if dispel magic could potentially work on them. And so that's what I was trying to figure out.
I think you would I think they are created by a very powerful magic and kind of cultivated. They are not like they're a little bit more than a spell.
Okay, cool. So it's not just like they took a bunch of twigs and said, be alive.
No, or at least if someone did that, it was someone very powerful a while back.
Like a spell of higher than fourth level is what you're saying. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
cool.
Lena, Delina, and Imra, you're in the same hallway. You're peeking through these double doors. You see your friends peeking back at you from quite a ways away across the vast winery work floor. Plan is a strong word, but what's the plan?
Are you going to shoot them?
It doesn't seem like the best use of my time, but like I just feel like I should be, targeting more than a blight, but I suppose.
And I'm sorry, I'm just like blocking the way. So
And I should point out, Imra, in case it is useful to you, you came up a spiral staircase and got off on the first floor.
A ramp, excuse me. It is
sorry.
not a staircase.
Thank you, Erica. That's the level of pedantry I expect from you. You came up a spiral ramp and are on the first floor. The spiral, is it continue up as a ramp? It continues up as a ramp. That seems strange, but the spiral
Well, it's
ramp.
for rolling the barrels, remember?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it goes up to the second floor. So are they taking barrels up to the second floor? I guess so. I didn't
Quality
build,
control in
yeah,
the
I
second
didn't build
floor.
this winery.
Yeah.
You figure they could put it in like smaller barrels for that. So you could theoretically keep going up if that was tactically useful to you as a.
You know what? I want to do that.
All right.
How
Split the party
further split the party? Yeah.
Pretty
So how far into the hallway upstairs can I get?
far. You're a ranger. It's a nice sloped. Let's say that it takes you like 20 feet of movement to get up to the second floor. How's that?
Okay.
What's your speed?
35. So I get.
All right, so you got like 15 left. So you arrive at a small hallway. The ramp does not go up any further than the upper floor of the winery. There's a hallway that heads kind of north here. There is a door just to your left that you are pretty sure goes to the catwalks that overlook the fermentation vats. And you can see north of you kind of a large room with like a big winch and like a hole in the ground. It looks like this is where they would load barrels into wagons to go out. So, and there's another door off of that room as well.
Oh, that's
Okay.
why the ramp goes to the
Yeah.
second floor, so they can move it to the winch
And then down to the first floor.
onto a wagon.
and then into the wagon. From
Look,
there.
I've never loaded a
They
wagon
all-
with barrels. I unloaded trucks as a kid.
We
I
all
never
know at
loaded
night they
trucks.
just use it as a slide. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whee!
Oh man, you haven't? Yeah, the wine slide at
Just
the
a bunch
Wizards
of banana
Wine.
peels.
Wizards of Wine winery. It's magical. Well, grape skins. You guys don't know how wine is made, obviously.
Yes,
So
they peel
can
all those grapes first.
can I peek around the corner of like the doors I'm standing next to?
You mean peek into the big room?
Yeah, into the big room.
All right. The door is open, or door is closed. You want to open it?
I want to crack it.
All right. You peek through. There is a druid with his back to you. Let me see if I can make this visible to you directly on the other side of that door.
Oh, okay.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh, right. I don't have physical dice. Looking around. Oh. Stealth. That's a 6.
The druid is aware of you.
Jerkface druid.
So you've taken a move. Probably taken like a bonus to open a door. What else you want to do?
Can I feel like I would need to move more to be able to hit them, correct?
No, I'll let you. Especially, I mean, you can fire an arrow at this druid.
Okay. This feels like a very bad idea, but I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Here I go with my arrow. Let's roll better than a 2. So that is a 13.
Now, let me tell you, you have survived the battle of the winery basement where there was a druid and a bunch of bookcases and wine bottles that all got blown up. And you would know that a 13 wouldn't have hit that druid who had armored himself with bark-like skin. This druid is a little less prepared, and you basically shoot this druid in the back with an arrow.
I didn't expect that to happen at all.
Roll damage.
Okay.
Neither did the druid, Imra.
So I got an 8 on my D8, so that's a 10.
All right.
Wait, no, 12. 12 points of damage.
This druid is startled and very hurt.
Okay, and I'm gonna take my second attack, and that is a 20.
That'll hit.
So, I rolled a D10. I need a D8. That's 10 points of damage.
That druid is severely wounded at this point. There's blood. That druid screams as arrows plug into his back.
Nice.
Many of the twig blights look up. Lena Delina, you are back on the first floor, standing on the ramp. You could go up, you could go down, you could go into the room of horrors. You could find a
You
new
could
room
fly?
of horrors.
So
Yeah.
What did Imra say when she was heading up? Or was she just like,
Yeah, basically. I was like, I'm gonna check it out.
okay.
Communication is not one of the strengths of the Dog and Pony Show.
Yeah, and let's see. I also hear screaming.
Yeah. Not familiar screaming.
No.
Unfamiliar screams.
So if I poked
It's
up
got
there,
like an earthy tone to it.
would I be able to get into melee with that druid if I went up?
If you ran up the
Yep.
that thing, I think so. So Lena Delina also says, I don't want to deal with a room full of twig blights, bolts up the spiral ramp to the upper floors of the winery, squeezes past Imra, and sees a druid standing right inside a doorway here on the catwalks overlooking the fermentation vats. That druid has several arrows in his back. Probably the druid is kind of like turned around and is like trying to pull the arrows out of his back and it can't reach. And this druid has lost, like, it's kind of having a hard time keeping standing with the amount of blood pooling at the druid's feet.
So Imra ran up, and then Lena and Broldish hear screaming, and then Lena just like looks at Broldish and shrugs, and then runs up the ramp, and is now going to try and take a stab at this druid. Okay, that is a 10 versus AC.
Somehow the druid manages to kind of like slide around, like skating in the pool of blood forming on the catwalk.
I'm gonna use my offhand. Crit fail.
Okay. Honestly, at this point, the druid wishes you had put him out of his mercy, but it's somehow still alive.
Yeah. Lena runs up to help, but
was a triumph.
Does not.
All right. I will tell you, with the screams of the druids, with the sound of battle, the winery erupts into chaos. All of the twig blights are kind of like bristling and looking around, and several of them spot possible prey. They are crowding into the doorways, trying to reach at you, grasping with their twig-like tendrils. It looks like holding the doors on the western side is Crucible, and Broldish on the eastern side. Each of you, the twigs blights all kind of rush the door. I'm going to say that only 4 at a time can get at you. Let's see here. I'm going to roll 4 claw attacks on each of you. This will be Crucible first. Wow! I rolled 2 criticals and a 19 on 3 dice. That was great for me. Yeah. Dan, you are going to take like a lot of damage. Sorry.
What is a 19?
I'm 19 plus something to hit.
Yeah, I know, but like what's like plus what?
Plus 3.
Oh, it's very close.
Yeah. All right.
My AC is 21, so they really only just got me.
Rolling more dice. Here's the 4th one. The 4th one is a critical fail. See, it works out sometimes. You are going to take. Do you want it as 1 big number or 3 little numbers?
It doesn't matter.
You will take 6 plus 6 plus 3 is 15. 15 damage as the twig blights are scratching at you with their horrible little claws. Broldish over on the other side of the winery.
Mm-hmm.
I did not roll as well. Broldish, what do I need to roll to hit you?
My AC is 19.
All right, I got a 20 and several numbers lower than a 20. You get scratched for 3 points of damage. The twig blights are just like surging at the door. Imagine the worst zombie movie, except instead of zombies, it's mildly aggressive plants. That is what you are experiencing as several mounds of shrubbery try and rend you limb from limb. Speaking of limbs, Broldish, it's your turn.
Speaking of limbs, I use mine to wield this axe, and I shout, "In Hela's name, be gone, weird plant twiggy things.
All right, you are clearing brush.
Mm-hmm. I am. And let's see, that is a 23 to hit.
All right, I'm just going to tell you because there's a zillion of them. Armor class of a twig blight is 13. They got 4 hit points.
Oh, okay. Well, then I automatically kill them if I hit because
Yep.
it's +4.
You know what? Axes versus dry brush is,
It's a match made in heaven. It's what it is.
Yeah, so you slay the first twig blight that gets close to you.
Yep, and then the next one to its south, I also slay.
All right.
With a 15.
2 down. Many to go.
Yep.
All right. The druids are next up on the catwalk. There are 2 druids, one that has been severely wounded, one that was doing something strange to one of the fermentation vats. Let me see here. Just check what kind of action these are. The far away druid is going to take her turn and cast bark skin on herself. So you see her like hold her hand over her, like around her neck, and suddenly her skin takes on the appearance of like an old oak tree. The druid that is face to face with Lena and Imra is staggering around. He is going to look at all of you, and I think because he is not long for this world, he is going to cast Thunder Wave.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
So, a wave of thunderous force sweeps out at Lena and Imra. I would say Androdite is he's down the hall enough that he is safe.
Okay.
But Lena and Imra, you are potentially going to take 2d8 thunder damage or half that much on a save. You are going against, what's his spell attack? Spell save DC 12, and you need to make probably a dex save. Constitution save.
I'm sorry, you said it was a 12?
Yep, I made
Yep.
it.
I got
right.
13.
All right, you both make it. You take 3 damage as you're like buffeted. Things are very loud now here in the in the winery, but you are not knocked back, and you don't take a significant amount of damage. Elevor, you're next. You are in the hallway with Crucible on the western side of the winery. You see all of the many twig blights trying to pour through the door into the hallway where you and Crucible and Samus are holed up. What are you going to do?
Cackle, apparently.
Well, Tony Bony Baboni,
That is my first and middle name.
fan of Fafoni.
Wow.
Oh, only my
I
mom
learned.
calls me that.
I think I'm going to do a little thing called Wind Wall.
Oh,
So a wall of
I've heard it all
strong
before. Yeah.
wind rises from the ground at a point you choose within range. You can make the wall up to 50 feet long, 15 feet high, and a foot thick. You can also shape it in any way you choose, so long as it makes a continuous path, blah, blah, blah. Each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Lots of things cannot pass through it. Small creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Materials fly upward. Arrows, bolts, and other projectiles also fly upwards and automatically miss. And creatures in gaseous form, of which none of you are, also cannot go through. So I think, let me see if this makes sense. I think what I would like to do, let's see, wind is blue. That's science. And
that is just science.
so I'm thinking if I do it, wait, why is it not letting me draw a line?
I don't know.
Oh, oops. How do I delete that line?
Select it with your cursor, like click on it.
I got rid of it for you.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God.
Almost there, Micah. Almost there. Try
Delete
again.
that. Okay, here we go. Boom. I want to put it there, basically across the. Okay, here's what I'd like to do, Tony.
Yes. I can't see it yet. So
So pretend that. So okay, here's one side of the room, and here is where Samus is where Crucible is and where I am. And then on the other side of this room is where my pals are.
Yep.
And then on this side of the room, opposite us, is where all the twig blights are.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to create a wind wall that is one set of squares back from so that we have room to like move forward.
All right, so you basically want to like draw a line like from you to the like to where your friends are, which is basically I think about 50 feet away. And there are many twig blights between you and them.
Yeah, you should be able to get like from this one at the very end all the way over to the one that's right in front of the door.
All right.
That's 10 twig blights right there.
That's a lot of twig blights.
That's what I'd like to do.
So people are screaming. There has been a thunder wave, and now suddenly all of the doors are blown open. The windows are rattling as somebody has added a wind wall to the cacophony. Let me just remind myself, I'm probably going to have to roll 10 what?
10 strength saving throws, and you must beat 14.
All right. I am going to roll 10 d20s. Nope, that's 2. Hold on.
Well, that guy failed.
Yeah, that guy failed. Where is the GM panel for advanced dice roller? All right.
Advanced dice rolling? You think you're ready for that?
Yeah. 10 d20s. The strength modifier of the twig blight is -2. And what was the number they need to hit?
12 or 14.
14. So I have to roll a 16 or higher on each roll. All right. I rolled one success. One of them made it. Guys, I hope everyone covered their eyes and mouths as suddenly the room is just filled with debris as twig blights are destroyed by this wind. As
16 to all of those.
And I was assuming you'd hit 4.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna pick which one survives. This one here.
Does the one that makes it take half damage, or
it takes half damage.
So it's still dead.
It's still dead then. All right, they are all.
Sorry, little twig blight.
All of them. All right, that was a big turn.
Thanks.
Turn. Yeah, killing 10 monsters.
Yeah, and then I think I'm not ready to take down the wall just yet because it also can serve as protection. So I'm gonna have Samus just can it lash out? Are there some that are right next
there's
to
one
me?
right. There's one right next to you.
All right, so Samus will do that first. Let me make sure.
Now I will tell you as the wind wall cascades through the winery, just like leaving wreckage everywhere. The front doors to the winery, which were probably not locked, kind of flap open, and you can also see there are some vine blights waiting, I guess, on the porch of the winery, waiting to come in. And
that's
and
very polite of them.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry, I just want to see. You can shape the wall, blah, 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 makes one can the wall lasts for the okay, cool. Then we will do a slash roll d20 plus 6. 16 to hit.
Right, Samus rends a twig blight into pieces. I'm assuming Samus can do 4 damage.
Yes, absolutely. 2d6 plus 5.
Excellent. All right, the vine blights are next. There are several vine blights. Vine blights, as you remember, are these kind of hulking plant monsters, whereas twig blights kind of just look like a little bush, and needle blights kind of look like a weird stick man. A vine blight is this kind of writhing mass of vines that looks like something in between. It's got like a vaguely quadruped, kind of a nightmare horse / nightmare lion kind of look to it. And there are 2 lingering outside the winery. There's also a third that seemed to be hanging out with the druid up on the catwalk. So, sensing danger, this vine blight is going to rush over to the area where Lena is, and the Vine Blight is going to attempt to engulf Lena in vines.
Don't like
Lena,
that.
have you experienced this?
I was not engulfed. I
think it was Broldish that
Yeah,
got the
Broldish.
full vine experience. Yeah. All right, well, I rolled a 7. So good
No,
job, Vine
thank
Blight.
you.
The other 2 Vine Blights kind of scoot up to the door looking in from outside the winery, and they see a scene of wreckage and despair, twig blights being cast against the walls everywhere. Elivor, what happens to the Vine Blights if they enter that wind wall?
It says the strong wind keeps blah 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 blah. Smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Loose lightweight materials are brought upwards. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched. Blah blah blah. Creatures in gaseous form can't pass through. I'm not seeing what it says about a normal.
So the
creature.
the first casting of the wind wall is disastrous. Later castings of it, or now that it's in place, it is annoying but not disastrous.
Correct.
All right. So the Vine Blight kind of like puts one like viney paw into the wind, and it kind of ripples around it, and then sensing that it is safe enough, the Vine Blight pounces across the horrible wreckage of the winery workroom and attacks Crucible, who still stands in the doorway. Crucible 10 versus armor class is rubbish. The other Vine Blight would like to attack Broldish.
Hello.
But Vine Blights are not the fastest creatures in the world, and you are somewhat far away. Let me just measure how far away you are. Yeah, you're quite far. The Vine Blight makes it about halfway across the room as it's galloping in your direction, Broldish, but isn't able to get there. Crucible, you are next. You are face to face with a Vine Blight. You are looking at a scene of, I don't know, maybe it's not horror if you really hate twig blights, because a lot of them are dead.
It's a scene of a
just
mess.
a mess.
Splinters
This winery is
everywhere.
Yeah, this winery is going to be putting out some choppy wine for decades.
Well, I guess since there is a Vine Blight in my face, I will stab it with my flaming Yikulwa. And
all right, let me just remind myself. Vine Blights don't care because they're fresh cuttings. They don't care about fire. I mean, they
care a normal amount.
They care a normal amount about fire.
That's a 22.
All right, you have no trouble finding. There's a lot of Vine Blight in front of you. Makes it real easy to stab them.
And that is a total of 17 damage.
All right, there is a weird hissing sound from the Vine Blight as you severely injure it.
Also, that Vine Blight is now on fire.
That Vine Blight is on fire.
Yep. So at the start of each of its turns, it gets to make a Constitution saving throw, and if it fails, it takes some more damage.
From downtown. All right. Anything else, Crucible?
How are people doing? I'm the only one who's taking damage, I think.
No, you're not. But
you guys are.
I'm far away.
How far are you?
I'm 23 out of 44, but I am extremely far from you.
Well, you're upstairs.
Yes.
Now we do Pythagoras theorem.
Yes.
You wouldn't even be able to see her though.
Yeah, you can't see them. They're in the hallway upstairs.
Catch me on the hypotenuse.
But I am at 33 of 55.
All right.
So.
If you can get onto that balcony, I can probably heal you.
Okay.
Because Healing Word has a
we'll do our best.
Healing Word has a 60-foot range, so that's
yeah. So the issue is right now you literally can't see them.
I cannot see them.
So
I think you.
Me, but I'm.
You can hear screaming, so you probably know where we are.
Probably fine, Broldish.
Yeah, and I can heal myself, and I can lay hands on myself. So.
All right. Let me do that. I thought this was going to be I thought this was a murder box that you guys were walking into. And it turns out it was mainly a murder box for me. Yeah. And I thought you were the murder box ease, and I was the murder box and I was wrong.
And then a nice druid came along with a wind.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. I thought you had bit off more than you could chew, but you guys are big chewers.
That's what they say about us.
Yeah. The dungeon bunnies never know when to stop chewing. That's the slogan. I can see the t-shirts now as they're buried or going unsold.
I kind of want to rename this to Dungeon Buddies, to be honest.
I've got dungeonbuddy.live. I'm just saying.
Well,
Dungeon
we
Buddies
can put it
live.
to a vote.
All right, Crucible, you all set?
I think so.
All right, we've done one very long round of combat. Imra, we are back up at the top. You are on in the hallway. There is a druid and a vine blight kind of blocking the door out to the catwalk. The druid is severely wounded. The vine blight, fresh, minty fresh.
It's a
What's
mint
minty?
vine.
We'll see what
Yeah.
we can do about that.
Yeah.
So
The
I'm
mint
gonna.
blight. I didn't mention that.
Ooh,
I
yummy.
rolled
Please
a
kill it; it'll smell great.
rolled a 17 to hit the druid.
All right, the druid takes an arrow to the shoulder. That druid should have cast Bark Skin instead of Thunderwave. Roll damage.
That is 9.
All right, that druid takes an arrow to the shoulder, screams as he tumbles backward off the catwalk.
Ooh, I
And
always wanted to do
lands.
that.
He bounces off one of the fermentation vats and lands on the floor of the winery.
That's very exciting. All right, so I'm assuming that I saw that other blight try to get Lena.
Yeah,
So
it's right there.
So I'm gonna step. Yeah, I think I have to step in. Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right, you
step
step
in.
into the space that the druid was in. You are
Pull out my
face to
long
face.
sword.
Wow. I don't think I even knew you had a sword.
I don't use it very often.
And you put it in your bow, so it'll really hurt.
Mhm. So it goes further that way.
Yeah.
That's a 13.
I will tell you, a vine blight is not that hard to hit because of how big and slow moving they are. They're very dangerous, but not hard to hit.
Okay,
So you
good.
cleave off a good chunk of the vine blight.
I cleave off 5 of the vine blight.
All right, noted.
Okay.
Lena
right.
Delina, the druid that was messing up your day is gone. A vine blight stands there on the catwalk, trading blows with you and Imra. What will you do?
Stab him.
Traditional.
I like it.
Okay, that is a 26.
You have no trouble finding an opening in the vine blight's defenses.
Okay, so that is going to be... $18 damage.
Oh, you are just like the vine blight is like a fancy topiary that you are like sculpting, and there's basically just kind of like a weird skinny vine blight left, kind of like looking at you and like kind of flailing its vines kind of pathetically. It is there, but it is severely, badly wounded.
Well, pruning shears have 2 blades, so let's see what the second one does. No, that is only a 10.
All right, somehow in its new, freshly pruned form, the vine blight is more nimble and able to evade your secondary attack as it clings to life. All right, is my army of twig blights next?
Former army.
It's down to a quartet of I used to have like a full baseball team here now, and now it's like 2-on-2. So I've got 4 twig blights left. You killed 16 of them. Don't like that. The twig blights that are remaining rush forward because they are mindless to the end.
Hello.
And they find Crucible on one side and Broldish on the other. Crucible, some claw attacks coming your way. I rolled a 16 and less. And Broldish, claw attacks coming your way. Critical fail and a 2. Everything's great.
Yes.
Broldish.
All right. Well, we'll see.
So
how
you are
great things
face
is.
to face with 2 twig blights. There is a big vine blight loping its way across the winery to you, but it's about 20 feet away from you.
I am going to try to smash through these twig blights to make a nice big space
Nice.
for that vine blight to come, because I'm
All
looking
right.
much more forward to that. All right. In Hela's name, choppity chop chop.
Choppity chop chop indeed.
Is that a new incantation?
Choppity chop chop choppity chop
Oh,
chop.
no, it's gonna
Let
be right
Broldish
bad.
go.
Yep.
Choppity chop chop choppity
I hit
chop
the
chop
first one,
over the
and it
fields
dies.
of twig blight.
Okay. I like that you guys could just tell me things are dead. It's like none of this numbers stuff.
However, I did not hit the second one.
All right. You've slain a twig blight. There's an opening in the hallway, but into the room, but is it just an opening that the vine blight is going to use to destroy you?
Probably.
To be determined. All right, druids. I have a druid up on the catwalk. That druid cast bark skin on herself. What will she do next, given all of the things that have happened since then? Just looking at what druids can do. They like Thunderwave.
They're pretty ineffective.
They like talking to animals.
Mm-hmm.
They can produce flames. This druid is not as good as Elevor. This druid does not have wind wall.
You were gonna try to wind wall us back?
No.
You turkey.
That's how you turn the tables.
Fight wind wall with wind wall. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think this druid is going to options.
Does it have scatological proficiency?
No,
Oh my
Micah. Nobody
Oh my
else
gosh.
has that.
No
Just
other
you.
druid in history has.
No other druid.
And nobody wanted it.
No one has come out and made like a nice target for this druid either. Guys, you're not making this easy for my druid.
Sorry. Not sorry.
You want us to start over?
All right. The druid looks around at the wreckage of the winery floor and mutters some words, and like all of the timbers of the twig blights seem to kind of writhe. I'm going to target this on the eastern side of the winery, and the timbers kind of twist, and there are little like roots poking up through the cobblestones of the floor, the beams, and this druid is using Entangle. So a 20-foot square that basically encompasses Broldish is now full of grasping weeds and vines. These plants create an area of difficult terrain, and a creature in the area you cast the spell on, that's Broldish, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants.
All right. Strength saving throw. Didn't roll great, so that's only an 11.
All right. So you are unfortunately restrained, which is
That's
bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
news.
I think probably the only ones who can see this, but Imra and Lena Delina, you see this druid doing that. On the far side of the upper levels of the catwalks here, there's a door on the western wall there, and that door pops open, and a ancient looking druid with a really huge gnarled kind of club-like staff kind of trundles out of that and into the battle area, and behind him you see yet another vine blight.
Do I have time to yell down and let people know that there are druids up here?
I don't think you do until it's your turn. I think probably people have inferred some bad stuff has happened. In fact, I think Broldish, you probably saw the druid like leaning over the railing, casting Entangle in your area.
We could probably also
And there's enough
holler.
screaming?
Yeah.
Well, that's what
We
I
could-
just asked.
Yeah.
You
Well-
have time to say, druids!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is
Sure.
different from going back down.
Yeah. All right. Elevor, still in the hallway, still with Samus and Crucible. Badly injured Vine Blight and a pair of Twig Blights is blocking your entrance into the winery proper. Is it okay if I delete some of these Twig Blights?
Please do.
Please leave them on.
What?
No, get rid of them so I can see.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot
You
going
should
on.
keep track of whether you're going to continue to concentrate on that wind wall or not. Elevor.
Correct. That is a thing I am doing.
Just decides to leave that one twig blight there randomly. That's
Just you know what I also did? I think I deleted the Vine Blight by accident.
It's okay.
That's not canon.
he's dead now.
Hey, I thought Samus killed the one that's to the right of me. Or is there just another
No,
one?
they
more
came
more
charged in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. Yeah. I think since the wind wall is kind of a
Ah!
there aren't a lot of
Earthquake!
Hey,
nothing
Dan.
throwing things at us or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it worked. It served its purpose. So Elevor dispels the wind wall and holy God, I shouldn't have dispelled the wind wall. That's for sure.
Wow,
Now we're all
Spell the
gone.
The
world.
universe blinks out.
There we
Yeah,
go.
you're fine.
Everything's
All right.
fine.
First off, first lesson, Tony. Be
Lock-
really sure what layer you're on when
Yep,
you're deleting.
lock
though.
the map layer.
That you can't actually do that in Roll20, but I can
Wow.
make sure that I'm not on the map layer. Next, it's really hard to click on lines. All right, sorry, Micah. I'm really sorry that we keep interrupting your turn with.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
All right. I think I have now set up the map to properly illustrate things. So you have dispelled your wall of winds.
Yes. And then I'm going to. Oh, that's not very much. Yeah, I'll just do a good old primal savagery attack. So Elevor kind of gets a little fangy and lashes out at the whatever's closest to him.
I'll say the
And
twin
we'll
light.
go with a 22.
You hit. Can you do 4 damage?
I think I can do 4 damage. How about 9 damage?
You snap that twig blight in half.
And then Samus is going to move into that space
All
where,
right.
yeah, and then we'll lash out for an attack as soon as I can remember what the hit is. Because there we go. There's the page. Oh, I should do like some macros. That'd be great. Some snippets, I mean. Okay. How about a 22? I think that could do it.
All right. There is a collision of a saber-toothed tiger and a huge hulking vine blight, and it's not going well for the vine blight. Roll damage.
I will gladly do that for you, Tony. How about this? 16.
Samus basically just like eviscerates the vine blight, slicing it in half with her huge claws. The vine blight was already on fire, so things were not great for the vine blight. And Crucible, Elevor, and Samus, things look like they are finally turning up your way here on the western side of the winery. A single feeble twig light is all that blocks your entrance into the rest of the winery. Elevor, do you want to move? You have a move action, theoretically. Or did you use your move to move Samus? I don't know how that works.
I think Samus moves on Samus's own.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I'm going to start heading up the... No, wait. Let's see. Can I shout, Roldesh, do you need my help or you want me to head upstairs?
Go upstairs.
Okay, see you up there.
All right, you head into the main area of the fermentation vats. There are many exits and entrances to this big warehouse-like chamber. There's a set of stairs all the way in the middle of the room that connects up to the catwalks above, where you know that there is a battle happening with druids.
Yes, and that's where I want to be.
All right.
Part of this world.
Does our spiral staircase not continue upwards?
It does. You can do that too.
Sweet. Then that's what I'm doing. I've walked up the spiral staircase.
All right, you head up the spiral staircase and emerge in a hallway on the top floor where you see a vine blight blocking the hallway.
Perfect. I'm not going to approach it just yet, and I'll
All
wait
right.
till my next turn.
All right. Guess what? It's the vine blight's turn. So the vine blight approaches you. You are
Hey,
the one
that's
is
rude.
approached. You are the one that is being approached now. How you like that?
I'm not going to answer that question because you would like me to.
All right. You're being constricted, Elevor. Please roll my good die. My good die rolled an 8. So that's not very good.
I
Guys,
like
I was
your
on a
good
really
die.
I was on a hot streak and now it has fallen apart.
Now it's a cold streak.
Yeah, this vine blight elopes across the area. Now, Brildish, you are restrained, right?
Yeah, so it has advantage.
Is that all?
It has advantage. I have disadvantage on anything that I do, and then I also have disadvantage. I have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attacks.
All right.
My speed is 0.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled twice because I had advantage, but both rolls were lousy. So it tries to entangle you, but fails. Up on the catwalk, my third and
I'm already
possibly final.
entangled, so.
Well, it was trying to now like your feet are wrapped up in vines. The vine blight was like trying to start with your head and shoulders.
I
So
see.
up on the catwalk, the vine blight is going to try and do similar to Imra. Imra 21 versus AC.
Yeah.
All right, the vine blight like manages to just grab a good chunk of your leg. Let's see. You will take 9 bludgeoning damage and are grappled by the vine blight, which includes being restrained.
I don't like it.
Crucible.
I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I didn't vote for it. Can I get a bead on that vine blight attacking Bruldish?
There's a staircase in the way.
There's staircases and fermentation vats in the way.
Where would I have to be in order to see it?
I don't know, somewhere in the room, possibly somewhere on the southern or northern wall of the room.
Yeah, like. Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna walk. I can't. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. That's why I can't. I'm gonna walk over here to the bottom of these stairs.
All right.
Past the twig blight.
Yeah.
Twig blight takes a swing at you and fails.
Yeah, that's why.
To be expected.
Even if it hit, it was not gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, the twig blight is clawing at the air where you started as you're standing by the stairs.
I am going to cast a guiding bolt on the vine blight.
On Broldish?
And in fact, I'm going to cast it at a higher level too.
Oh.
So ranged spell attack, which I guess I don't have a thing for. Do I? Do I have a thing for this? Did I plan ahead? No, I didn't plan ahead. Why would I do that? +6. 23.
All right, your guiding bolt sails perfectly across the winery and hits the vine blight in its back. It's really hard to know which way a vine blight is facing.
It takes 17 damage.
Oh, it is severely wounded.
And Bruldish, how are you doing health-wise?
I'm at 43 out of currently 64, but I'm fine.
Okay. And I still can I see Imra from here? She's
I think
at
you
the
would
railing.
Yeah, I would say you could see Imra. You probably can't see Lena.
Imra, how are you?
I have 24 of 55.
Would you like a healing word?
I would.
I can't do it this turn. Sorry, I just realized I cast a spell and I can't. I have to.
You
Can only cast a
tease.
cantrip.
Okay.
I will make that a priority though on the next turn.
All right. Okay, Imra, you are on the catwalk. There is a badly injured vine blight right in front of you.
So how do I end? I was trying to look up how to end the grapple.
You need to take. You could take the escape action. You could also kill the vine blight.
You have disadvantage attacking it, though.
How does double disadvantage work? Like if
There
I
is
try
no
to hit it with
there's
my
more than one.
longbow.
You can't have more than one disadvantage. So
All right. Well, I guess I'm trying to hit it with my longsword.
okay.
If you still have your inspiration, you
I
could
do
use
still
that to
have my
cancel out the
inspiration.
disadvantage.
Well, you can roll and wait to see
That's
how
what I'm
you.
planning on doing.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'll roll and
Yeah.
Yep. Taking that inspiration.
Okay.
So that is a 17.
All right. You are hacking and slashing, and it is hard to find your target as your leg is encompassed in vines, but eventually you do, and you strike the vine blight right in the stem, and it withers and unwraps from around you. Makes a
Nice.
weird hissing noise as it goes.
Okay.
All right, Imra, you are free to move around the catwalk.
All right. So I think what I want to do now, casting a spell. I don't
Usually
do
an
spells
action.
very often. Yeah. Okay. So I am going. Well, I have to attack. I've already taken my first attack, so I have to do my second attack. So I'm gonna try to hit the. I guess it doesn't really matter. The druid that's across from me, that's directly across from me.
Are you switching weapons because you were
Yeah.
using your longsword? Okay, so
Yeah.
you put away your weapons, grab out your longbow, and fire a shot at that druid.
Yeah.
All right.
19. So 28.
All right, you get him. I think this one's a her. Get her right in the arm with an arrow.
Okay, and that's 10 points of damage.
Oh. She scowls.
And I'm done.
All right. Lena Delina, also up near the catwalk, no longer face to face with a vine blight or a druid. What will you do?
So I probably hear the sounds of Broldish engaged in battle. How high is the catwalk?
That's a great question. I bet it's like 15 feet high.
Can Lena, using her roguish athleticism, grab it, swing around,
There's a
and
giant jug to like land on too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So jump over, hanging onto the banister, swinging around to engage with the vine blight that is attacking her friend.
Yes, give me a quick acrobatics check to make sure you don't, twist your ankle on the way down.
That's a 17 on the die.
All right, you land wherever you would like on the first floor.
She was born for this.
Yes. Born to murder vine blights in a winery.
Broldish is going to be just as surprised as the vine blight.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay, cool.
So where do you appear?
Yeah, where do you want to appear behind this?
So basically, it's going to be she swings over the thing, and then is there space for her to like be between the vine blight and the barrel?
Yeah.
Or can she get like okay.
Yeah.
So she basically jumps down silently and then stabs him. And the dice are very, very good on that sneak attack.
A true sneak attack if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
28 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And none is more surprised than the vine blight that you just slayed with enough damage to probably have killed a fresh one.
Brodish's face is so excited. This is the greatest thing that she's ever seen.
And Lena gives her a nod.
All right.
Takes her axe.
Broldish, I believe that you are unfortunately still entwined.
I am.
Entangled.
Yeah.
Yes. You are restrained until the spell ends.
Can I still attack sort of like around the corner to try to get at that?
Yeah, you could. You can also, a creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against the spell save DC and break free if one wanted.
Why would I make a strength check when there's something I can hit?
True.
That is the Broldish way. So yeah, just in Hela's name, I may be stuck here, but
so
you're gonna be sliced in half. Broldish is not good at battle.
I'm not entangled in here with you. You're entangled in here with me.
But as I said, I am using my inspiration to counteract the disadvantage that I have. And nope, doesn't matter.
Oh,
I rolled really, really poorly.
You're swinging your axe, and the twig blade is just out of reach. All right, the druids are next. This one druid up on the catwalk is going to continue to concentrate on this entangle. And in fact, you know what? I think it's going to kind of spread. Lena, you should make a strength saving throw as the vines wrap around your boots.
Strength, that is a 9.
You are entangled and restrained as well. That is what one druid does. Let's see. This other druid is going to poke his head back into the hallway and be surprised that there is an Elevore and a Samus coming up the hallway, and kind of reaches beyond the Vine Blight and does a Thunder Wave at
come on.
Samus and Elevore.
That's your
So
move.
Samus and Elevore, do a Constitution saving throw, or take. Oh, I rolled much better this time. You will take 14 damage if you fail, 7 damage if you succeed.
Oh God. How much damage?
14.
Okay.
Use your
if I
inspiration to re-roll that.
must-
You do have inspiration.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second here. That was 14 damage, you said. So let
Mhm.
me add that 14 back really quick. I'll use my inspiration and I'll hope that it doesn't ruin me this time.
We're in the musical episode.
Mm.
Come on. Oh, brother.
Oh.
Well,
Listeners at home, Micah rolled worse. Significantly worse.
And then how do I know a constitution saving throw for a saber-toothed tiger?
Well, roll a d20, and the saber-tooth tiger has a constitution modifier. It's probably +1 or
+2. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that the modifier was the same thing for the.
It isn't always, but it is for, I think that, I believe.
Oh, come on.
All right. Unfortunately, Elevore and Samus each take 14 points of damage and are flung 10 feet. You like fall back down a spiral staircase. It's worse than if there had been a ramp there. You're kind of, yeah, Elevore and I just imagine Elevore and Samus kind of as circles, like rolling, bouncing, banging into each other as they fall back down the stairs and probably arrive more or less on the first floor.
I'm mad, and it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah. You're
All right.
mad, and it's your turn.
Elevore runs back up the stairs to
All right.
the square right there at the top of the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and he casts Thunder Wave.
Ooh. Druid
Thunder Wave with Thunder
Druid
Wave.
fight.
So let me move Samus and Elevore.
All right, let's see. I'm
And
going to roll for the
Constitution-
Druid first.
14.
The Druid got a critical success.
I hate you, Druid.
The
And I don't say that often.
The Vine Blight got a 6. So,
All right.
and I believe the Druid's still going to take damage, just not as much.
Yes. On a failed
So
save, the
there-
creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much and isn't
Mhm.
pushed. So let me roll 2d8. Oh, brother. So 4 damage and 2 damage. That's about the dumbest thing.
That is a disappointing roll on a 2d8. I'm sorry, Micah. So the Druid takes 2 damage. The Vine Blight takes 4 damage. The Vine Blight is flung 10 feet back down the hallway. Yeah.
Well, we both use our move. Wait. I moved up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
My saber-toothed tiger has a speed of 40 feet.
So probably faster than you.
Is there any way that Samus could make it up the stairs and be in range to bite the druid?
How does running work in 5e?
it's a dash
Oh.
action. That's literally it. You can take 2 actions to use your move twice, but there's no run.
Yeah, but I think the
But from the
saber-tooth
bottom of
tiger
the
has-
stairs,
Yeah, like,
40,
you gotta-
40 feet of
Does
All
it
right.
have
movement.
movement
You've got
left? I
movement to
guess
get
is the
there.
question.
All right. Samus has enough movement to get to the Druid.
I think he's got more than enough.
Samus has more than enough movement to get to the
I
Druid.
said it was 20 feet to get up the stairs, so
I said it was 20 feet to get up the stairs, and it is probably 10 feet from the top of the stairs to the Druid. It is 15.
And this is
Yes.
okay. This is excellent because
Thank you. Okay.
okay, here we go. So I'm going to roll for let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Okay. +6. I swear to God.
Samus rolled a critical fail. Samus lunges, and the Druid, very spooked, this ancient elderly druid. His beard is almost touching his feet. He kind of like dances in the air out of the way of the huge saber-toothed tiger bounding down the hallway at him.
Did Rictavio ever get some inspiration?
I don't think so. I thought you were going to be like, did Rictavio provide a warranty with your saber-toothed tiger?
Oh no!
Can I
love
give
Samus.
Samus my inspiration?
Crucible, you're next.
He's like, no.
No.
Just this is. Never mind.
Lena versus Imra. Who's doing worse health-wise?
I have 24.
I have 23, so dealer's choice.
And Imra, are you still in? You're not in Vines though, right?
No, yeah, I
And
do
you're
Lena.
kind of out of combat. Okay, so
Yeah.
Crucible will look over at Lena and like wave his hand, and a little like blue sphere of light shoots out, and she gets some hit points back to the tune of 1d4 plus 3. 5 hit points back.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And then Tony, how far? How much movement does it take me to basically walk up to the top of these stairs and get to here?
I don't know, 15 feet.
Cool.
You're right at the bottom of
And
them.
look, another couple feet will get me close to that druid.
All right, you bolt up the stairs across the crosswalk, across the catwalk,
I look both
and are
ways.
face to face with the druid, who is very focused on entangling your friends.
That is a 15.
15 will not hit the bark skin armor of a druid. It is very close, if that matters.
Inspiration.
Please let some inspiration
Yeah.
do work. Yes.
19.
All right,
Yay.
your
More like it.
spear catches the druid in the side.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. That's doing 16 damage.
All right, the druid
Plus
is
the druid's on
severely-
fire.
The druid
Druid's
is on fire.
better
This
than
druid's
the
on
water.
fire.
And what happens? I have not had a creature cast a spell that required concentration in a while. What happens if you are concentrating on, just theoretically, an entangling spell and
I just
a
looked this up
Warforged
because
comes
I got
up and
hit by
spears you in the side?
I got hit by 2 twig blights.
Oh.
So each source of damage you need to make a concentration saving throw, which is a Constitution saving throw against either half the amount of damage or DC 10, whichever is more.
Okay, so I should make 2 Constitution saves for this druid because
No, only one. Because it all came from me.
I wasn't sure if it was like spear and fire damage.
Nope.
The druid somehow grits her teeth, and like the vines are still writhing around around Alina and Broldish, though the druid is not long for this world. Anything else, Crucible?
I think I've used every action available.
All right, the battle rages on. Many twig blights have died today. Several vine blights have vined their last blight, and yet a pair of druids remains, backed up by a few vine blights, seeming to fight to the death to hold this winery. For what evil purposes, we do not know. Will this be a quick mop-up, or will this be the last stand of the Dog and Pony / Dungeon Bunnies? For answers to questions such as that, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. Thank you, and good night. Hey, Jane, do you want to mention your thing?
Yes. So there is a 24-hour board game marathon at that my friends at Geekly Inc. are putting on. It is this weekend. You can find details at twitter.com/geeklyinc.
Check it out. Board games. You're nerds.
Yeah, it all
Spoiler alert to listeners of Total Party Kill. Y'all nerds.
yeah, and it benefits the Trevor Project, so it's for a
Oh,
good
sweet.
cause.
Oh, cool.
Could you spell Geekly Inc?
Sure thing. So it is twitter.com/GEEKLYINC.
Ah, not INK.
No. Thank you for asking, though.
Dungeon buddies. Not dungeon bunny.
Words are funny.
Words are very difficult.
So I think that concludes tonight's adventure for the live stream and for the bootleg. Thank you for joining us on a Tuesday night. There will be more Total Party Kill this weekend. I forget the name of the adventure I'm running.
Well
It's
of the Black
Saturday.
Sun, Tony. I remember.
Well.
Well,
And
well,
we
the
will be
Black
back at a Tuesday near you soon. Possibly next Tuesday. No promises. But thank you for joining us, nerds. Take care. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
I live stream.